Oh, now he's hiding.
But wait, before we start, can I tell you the best quote ever?
Yes.
We were at the baseball game last night, and Gracie said, "Who's that lady that runs Pampered Chef?" And I said, "Doris?" "No, the one we go to church with, Anna." So you now run the Pampered Chefs.
I love Gracie. She's so funny. Right. Well, I don't know how much I run it, but So listen, I loved this last couple weeks. I hope you guys did too. We talked about, hi Jasper. I talked about, I at the beginning, I know I talked to you guys about how that we're going to ask you guys to stretch a little bit. Like everything that we do is going to be stretching. And I know for those of you that we've been going through this before, this is a little bit different. I loved that Jenny Buck had to stretch to dream a little. And you're not the only one. I just think, because I'm a dreamer anyway, so I think everybody can do that. But you're not the first one. And if I know some of you did have some struggles with this too, but I've had people before that can't. That whole kind of thing is very alien and to them is different. So I think though that it's something that we need to continue to practice to do, because we talked about having a roadmap. If we don't have a goals and we don't have a place for us to go, then we don't know where we're going. But also having that dream board and having those right out there in front of us help us to really make those a focus. And, on those dark days when maybe things don't look really great, or you're struggling towards something, that by having that dream board and having those fun visions there, that it sort of gives us that motivation to go through that as well. So here, I'm just going to do a quick recap of what we went through this past week, and then we'll want to get a little bit of conversation with you guys too. So we first did that belief cycle, and I hope that you guys did fill it out and you sent it to me and stuff. I really hope that you put it somewhere that you can see it regularly, because I think that whenever you stop to think, it's just not going good, or this isn't working for me, it's not going to happen for me, that you sort of look at that belief cycle and realize that, again, what your belief and what you're saying to yourself is actually affecting what you're going to do, which is going to affect what your results are, which is going to reaffirm your belief, whatever that is. So I think that that's a pretty powerful thing. Also, you guys did put your affirmations down, your 3 affirmations. So who's been telling you? Did you just type them on there and then go with it? Did anybody? I hope that you wrote them down and that you were telling yourself those affirmations every day, right? Who's been doing that? Tammy, you get a gold star. You have, Krista? Good girl. Who else? Sierra, you're telling yourself them all, that you're saying them out loud all the time, aren't you? Yes. Good, Vicky is. But that's it, and Deb, and that's how they work. I mean, you guys had some great affirmations. I'm going to lower your hand, Vicky, okay? I have this button that I can hit that says lower hand. So you put your hand up, I'm going to lower it. Did you know you put your hand up, Vicky? Oh, now Vicky's frozen.
Yeah. I'm on my phone. The internet keeps going in and out, so
okay.
Using my computer, I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, because you're going in and out a little bit, but as long as you can hear us, then that's good that you can participate. But that's how those work. I mean, you guys wrote some great ones, and even if you to take them and have them next to your phone in the morning and right next to your bedside when you go to bed, and just go through and read. That's how that whole train your brain works. That's what we talked about, that you can train your brain on what to believe. So if you're just if you don't have that positive focus automatically, your brain's just going to sort of believe whatever's going on and whatever's happening. And listen, we're all really subject to evil, mean thoughts. And if that's what we're just letting ourselves go with, then that's what our brain's going to believe, and that's going to affect how you act and whether you're motivated and whether you're going to keep doing it. So so that's going to, and I'm going to tell you that your part of your homework this week is going to be 3 new positive affirmations. So we got to come up with 3 more for the next 2 weeks too. So we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So we did affirmations. So that really dealt with a lot of our beliefs and stuff. Then we did the skill assessment, which crazy, right? It opened my mind. But I know some of you, who really did that make them stop and think about what was going on? Tammy, yeah, a lot of, yeah. Because, and what I was hearing from you guys, which I loved talking to all of you, but what I was hearing is that we think that we're doing something, or we think, oh yeah, I'm good at host coaching. And then you read through those questions and go, oh, maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or what, maybe, no, I don't know anything about that. So that was a big thing. I'm going to throw something out just because I'm thinking about it with skill assessment. Because one of the things that was a common denominator with some of you was we do have some consultants that are doing a majority of virtual. And I have heard of a woman, and you're going to see her because she's going to probably promote to an executive director as of September 1st. I'll tell you, she's done it a year faster than Charlotte. Her name is Becky Adams, and we love Charlotte. I know we all love Charlotte, but I'm going to tell you something. Becky is a much, I don't want this to sound mean, but Becky is a classier Charlotte, if you know what I mean. Because Charlotte can be a little scary, okay? And so she's a little bit, I mean, you all know, and we all love that part of Charlotte, but this Becky has it going on. And Becky does strong host coaching, which is probably why she's developed an executive team in a year less than Charlotte has. So I've heard this, and I have written to her and reached out to her and said, a little birdie had told me that she's rocking her virtual business and asked for some training. And she asked if we could wait till September so she's in her 2nd month of her team qualifying as an executive team, which is exciting. So if we'll hopefully begin in September. What I'll probably do with that information, if she's going to let us join into it, or I'll get the information, we may have a midweek, not a regular call like this, but I might open up a midweek call that anybody that's interested in learning that, that you can jump on, and we'll do that. So I am looking into that because I know I told you guys that, but I want to see what she's doing to really rock these, that, we can add some stuff to those. One of the things, and we'll talk about that in a minute, something else I'm going to do with you guys as well. So we did that. That's fine, Sierra, pig right out. So the other thing is, so we did the skill assessment and then the dream board. Very fun, do you think? Yeah? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you guys just open it for just a minute. Does anybody have something on your dream board that is like your big thing that you'd want to share? Like you say, you know what, I did the dream board and there's all these other dreams, but like this is my one big thing that I really want on there.
I will.
Okay, what is it, Tam?
I have that I want 2 cars and 3 college tuitions paid for, because we had 3 going to college at the same time, so they're all going to start their student loans being paid back within the next couple of months.
Good.
I'd like to be able to help with that.
Great dream. Great. Good. Deb is super focused on debt free. Good. Super focused. So much that she's going back. Are you starting this week, the subbing? That dumb school job. Sierra's building her hope chest. You start on Thursday. Okay, Deb. Sierra, that's your big why, is to fill your hope chest. With Pampered Chef stuff?
Yep. As of right now, I mean, as I grow it a little bit more, I'm sure it will change. But as of right now, that's the big goal.
Good. That's awesome. Who else? Krista. I want to come see your 70s shag carpet.
I drive a really old very paid for car, and I would I'd like a brand new fancy everything.
Yes.
Mercedes, SUV, whatever it is, I want it all.
Yeah, with all the perks and the good new car smell.
You know,
Oh, we lost you for a sec. Marcy, you froze. Oh, we lost Marcy for a minute. All right. Can everybody read the chat? Because you guys are doing some fabulous things in here. We need less stress. I get that. We need to kick cancer's ass for Vicki. Getting a second car, Elaine. Marcy, there you are. Was there something? Oh, now you're on mute. Get it together, Marcy.
How about that? Is that better?
Yes.
I want a car with a clicker. You know.
Like for the lock?
Yeah, my car is so old, I wind up the windows
and
I push the locks down, okay?
That's probably circa Krista's carpet.
It's probably circa all of your children, so yeah.
I love it. I love it. Oh, Deb has one of those cars too, yeah. But again, it's, here's the thing, when we get, and, we talk a lot about planning. I was just talking to a director about this, about, planning the month and stuff like that. That's where, we have this dream board, but then what's going to happen is when we're talking about what you want to have done in your business, whether it's a month basis, on a week basis, you sort of walk that dream back down, to sort of figure, but this is what you're working for. This is why you're saying, I want to build my business, is because of these things on your business, on your vision board. But a lot of us had things that were, Vicki has big health issues. I've got health issues on there too, just to be healthy and fit. And so it's those kind of things too, that, you put that as your vision board. That's where my focus is. If I see that, I have my affirmations and I see that every day, several times a day, all the time, that's again where my focus is going to be. So you just sort of, again, it's your why, it's your motivation, and we all need that. So I want you guys to do that, and I love doing it digitally, and that so that you can put it on your phone, or you can put it on your desktop so that you can see it all the time. So I want to talk a little bit about the business opportunity. So we're going to talk, one of the things that I asked you guys to do, Sierra did send that out to me, was her list, which was a great list too. And I'd love to see each of your lists. I know Krista had asked me and I said, no, don't send it. But I would love to see your list if you want to message me that, and we're going to talk some more about it. But let's talk about, and I would love to, again, for you to open me, why do we share the business opportunity, and what does it do for other people? Give me something. Let's have a little conversation. Why do we share the business opportunity? What does it do for other people when we share it with them?
We share it because it's too good not to share, and because we never know who may be the one who needs it the most. Mm-hmm. We don't share, we don't find that one person, mm-hmm. or 10 or 20.
Good. I know Deb said it, share, to let them know about, I saw possibilities. Gives them a chance to earn the same things that we ourselves are gaining or trying to gain. We've talked about this before, is just the fact of sharing it with people is making them feel good about themselves, just by, again, the whole sharing the possibilities or whatever. But when we say to somebody, you know what, you would be really great at this. That's saying, hey, you're really great at baseball, or you're really great. It's a compliment. When you say to somebody, you would be really great at this. Your personality is exactly what I want on my team. Or, you know what, you are so fun. I would love to work with you. Just by sharing that part of it, and just even that little level of it versus going all the way, and, so that they can really see that kind of opportunity. What? Oh, I was transformery. Was that with everybody? Oh, good. You're all laughing at me. That's great. But you got the gist, right? One of the things, and again, when we were looking at the skill assessment, that we were talking about recruiting interviews. And we're going to talk tonight for a little bit here about what a recruiting interview is, because all of you, I don't think there was anybody that really had a resounding one on their recruiting interview. I love that mostly with the recruiting interview, it was either a 3 or it was an NA on the skill assessment, which means, you guys are slicking and going, no, I've never done any of them. I don't even know what that is, and how to actually do it. So there's a few ways to actually do the recruiting interview. And I don't always love the whole thought of an interview per se, but really what that is, and here's the other thing. Here's a couple things I'm going to tell you about the recruiting interview. It's not per se what we think of as an interview, first of all, as a job interview. First of all, the other thing is it does not have to take place at a whole nother different time. What I think of in an interview is you're getting to know them, how their life is, what their life situation is. Then it goes into what they're interested in the Pampered Chef. If I just love the trips, if the trips are my thing, and somebody comes up to me and says, yeah, I'm sort of interested in the Pampered Chef, and I go, oh my gosh, we travel all over the world. Every year we go on these incredible trips. We Somebody that is scared to death of flying is probably going, okay, there's no freaking way I'm doing this, because if I have to fly all over and I'm earning like, it has nothing to do with, that's not is going to switch their buttons. Interviewing is really finding out what they actually want to do. What is it that they want to get out of it? And so an interview, if you think of an interview, when you go into a job interview, somebody is asking you questions, right? They're asking you questions. What can you do for us? What qualifications do you have? What makes you a good candidate? What's your strengths and weaknesses, right? That's what happens when you go in. So when you sit and you're the interviewer and you've got the interviewee, which is the potential consultant, it's the same thing. You're just asking them questions. You're asking them questions, but it's asking them questions about them, finding out what they want to get out of this. What is it that because then you can cater the information that you're going to give them right on their points of what they want to have, interest. Can you get focused, Jenny Buck? You can't. This is why I love it. We just feel like we're sitting in the living room, Krista and the cat. What's the cat's name? Jasper? We're sitting with Jasper and Krista. Aww. Wants to come in. And then Bentley pops in once in a while, too. And Barky McFarty, or whatever Shannon's dog is. We probably could hear him if she wasn't on mute, too. So here's a couple things when it comes to the recruiting interview. So there's some wonderful things that, okay, I'm going to try to get myself organized here with this. Have you guys seen, hold on. Here, okay, that I think goes there. This, and then this. Okay, so here is, I'm going to show you how these cards go. Have you guys seen these cards? These recruiting interview cards, okay? You can order these. I think you can order them. Can you order them? Yes, Vicki says you can order them. I was thinking if you could print them off. But they're these little laminated cards that have stuff on the other side. So why Pampered Chef, this kind of thing. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to actually share the screen. Oh, good. Deb says you can actually print them off too. So if you were sitting with somebody you could go through these cards, because this is how it goes. It says, tell me about yourself. On this side, it says family, occupation, outside interests, and dreams. So I could just have these here, and I could say, okay, so great, let's talk a little bit about yourself. And again, I'm going to also tell you how you could do this at a party. But let's say you've talked to somebody says, yeah, I'm sort of interested, I want some more information. And you could sit down. The first thing you're going to want to know is you want to know a little bit more about them. So tell me about yourself. What do you do right now? What are you married? What kind of kids do you have? What kind of hobbies do you have? What are you looking to do? We talk about dreams and stuff. What is it with the Pampered Chef that you would, that you want to sort of accomplish with this? So you sort of get that kind of information about them. And then you talk about why the Pampered Chef. These are some things I'll tell you, this is what you don't tell them. You say, now listen, let's talk about Pampered Chef. You want dreams. You want to get a new house. You need a new car. You just want to make some extra money. Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about why the Pampered Chef. And this side says, what appeals to you? I know you can't see it. What appeals to you most about the Pampered Chef? That's what this card says. And there's different things you say. So, and you'd say to them, that everybody loves the Pampered Chef, that you earn free products every season, that they cover the cost of host rewards. You don't have to pay the cost of host rewards, that there's no need, we don't carry any inventory, and that you can earn free business supplies. So tell me, what appeals most about these 5 things, which really, interests you when we're talking about Pampered Chef versus anything else that you would do. Okay? So you sort of get a little bit of information there. Then what it is say, there's certain things that I find when I'm talking to people that they are more interested in. So this is what I want to do. And again, you could be doing this on the phone with these cards, or you could have them right out here. So here's the things that people are most concerned about when they're starting to think about Pampered Chef. What kind of support they would get, how much fun it is, the money, of course, how easy it is, and the freedom and flexibility. It's usually one of those 5 things that somebody's most involved in and concerned about. Which one of those 5 is more important to you? And so somebody might say, well, really the money, like I really need to make some money. Okay, so here's the money card. So on this side it says, you ask them, how much money would you like to make each month? And then what would you use that money for? So if they've just said they want to do, they want to, or earn a house or do a payment or something on a house, or I don't know, a car or something, you can sort of find out how much they usually want to make. And then you go through, well, they do 2 shows a week, you're looking at $850 a month. Yeah, it's very duplicatable, Deb. And then even talking about, as a leader, you can earn even more. So you've got this information right here that you can go to. And now you could say, now tell me, out of these other 4, which one do you, what other ones are sort of interesting to you? And let's say, well, I just love that I can do it on my own time. So what would you enjoy really about setting your own hours? The fact that you're your own boss, that you have that flexibility, that you can plan your business around your life, and you really have the freedom to create the life that you want. So, there's even a question here. If you had the freedom to do what you wanted to do, what would that be? Again, it's all asking questions of them to get their information, because this really pulls it all together of how great this opportunity is. So again, you can do the same thing, support. We've got people all the time that have been involved in another program and they had crappy support, or they were even Pampered Chef consultants in the past with really crappy support. So we talk about all the support that we have with us. This also, if you run into somebody that's fearful, that they are that they're concerned about, just whatever they're fearful about. I don't think I'm going to do this. How do I learn? I'm so scared I'm not going to know what I'm supposed to do, that kind of thing. That's where you would pick up the support kind of thing. The fun, this talks about the free products and the recognition of vacations and the friendships, and we work, when we work, it's a party. And then the easy is talking about, what sounds easiest to you about getting started, starting with a grand opening show. There's simple products, minimal investment, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you go through all this information, and again, I'm going to show you another way to do this too, but don't even worry because you're going to get really good at this. The last card is a join us card. So really, when you've gone through that and you've had them talking about it and they're doing that, it's, you know, you really sound exciting, or you're excited about this opportunity. Would you like to hear how easy it is to get started? Because that's really where you want to get with them. Because sometimes we get to the point where, again, we've done all this informing, we've asked them all the information, we've answered their questions, and then it's sort of like well, now what? Like, what, you know, okay, well, bye-bye, we'll talk to you later kind of thing. You know, like, we've got to get down to that closing the deal. And again, we'll talk some more about that. But, you know, you say, you know, you sound really excited about this. Would you like to hear how easy it is to get started? And then you talk about, there's 3 kits that we've got, talking about completing the online agreement, getting it done right there, you know, and setting up the training and all that kind of stuff for them. Okay? Do you guys sort of see how that works? Do you see how, do you also see how it also could be used, that same kind of thing, asking those kind of questions when you're meeting somebody at a party, and you ask them in their full service checkout, have you thought about doing this? And somebody says, yeah, you know, I sort of have thought about doing this before. How you can go right in, hi Judy, how you can go right in and say, have you, well, I'm going to ask you in a minute, Vicki, but you can go right in and say, well, tell me what, you know, are you working another job right now? What interests you about being a consultant? You know, those are sort of those questions right there. Asking them those questions, find out what they want about it. Instead of when they say, you know, yeah, I'm sort of interested in this, you go, oh my gosh, you'll love it. The trips are just fabulous. And we have no inventory, and you get paid twice a month. I mean, we just vomit about all kinds of stuff that really doesn't make any difference to, you know, to them, and probably not. You need to stop and you need to ask the questions. And that's really what the interview is all about. But that's all part of this. You know, once you invite them, the interview is the trying to find out the information to find out what they want to do with it. So here's what I want to do. Let me get onto my other screen before I switch you over, because I got a whole bunch of other junk sitting up here. Let me show you another way you could do this. So if you have the cards, or if you have a business view personal, but if you have maybe your phone, you get a nice big phone that everybody can read, or you have a good iPad and you've got that with you. If you have somebody that says, you know what, I'm sort of interested in this, maybe, that you can go, wait, let me get into my screen. You could go onto the Pampered Chef website. It's processing my request. Save. Let me see if I can get, okay, here, I'm now here. Okay, so let me go back onto here and let me share my screen, okay? Is everybody ready? This is gonna be so exciting. Not that screen, that's you guys. I wanna go into this screen, okay. Okay, everybody see my screen? Do you see my screen? Yes, everybody? Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna say to them the same kind of thing. So you're interested in it. I'm gonna, look where I'm going. Be a consultant. Go. Okay, so you're gonna go, wow, that's, you know, I'm so excited about that. You wanna be, so tell me, look at this part right here. What does a consultant do? Why you'll love it? Why Pampered Chef? Which kit fits you? You've got all these different sections right here. So you can do, again, your whole kind of, this is really where those cards are very similar. Let me just look at something here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use this. So you've got this right here. This is where I would go first and say, so tell me about yourself. So you've got these wonderful pictures of the families and all that kind of stuff. You tell me about you. What is your family like? What, are you working another job? You know, what interests you about Pampered Chef? What do you want to get out of this? That kind of thing. That's what you're going to ask them first. And then, you know, find out what those dreams are and stuff. Then you've got sort of this, you can sort of show them this, that, we've got so many great options right now. We've got, that you do the in-home parties that are still so fun, a cooking show like we're doing this. We've got consultants that are just doing all of their sales and stuff right online. You absolutely, that's what's so fun with the being convenient and stuff as well. And you could even say to them, which one of those sounds like it would be more fun and more doable for you? Which one of those are you more interested in? Again, asking these questions. And then going into here, these are some of the things that people are really interested in when it comes to their with their business. These are the things that are really interesting or that they really like to focus on. Which one of these, whether it's about earning the income and the free products, being your own boss, trips, or the support that you get, which one is more important to you? And then you sort of, again, you've got this information right here that you can click right onto that. This also talks, you can show these people, which one of these, seems really that fits with you, a career changer, that you're a crazy multitasking mom, really want to be your own boss and have your own business. That would be your independent exec. So you've got all these resources and stuff right here, and then go into, you sound so excited about it. Do you want to hear how easy it is to get started, and then go into these kits? Oh, here's another thing. Why Pampered Chef? You've got all this information. Have you guys seen this before, this page? There's so much stuff here. You even have an opportunity video right here. So they can really get into here, really, there's so much here that you could do that interview and answer those questions. But again, it's all about asking them, asking them those questions. What do you guys think about this whole interviewing thing? Oh, my internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me? Am I transformery? Easy peasy, good. All right, well, we're gonna talk again a little bit more about that in a minute, but I wanna make sure that you guys know, hold on, I got off track right here. Did you guys get anything? Yeah, it seems easy until you sit down. Well, that's the thing, is you gotta do some practice and stuff. Did anybody get anything in the mail from me? Some people did. Did everybody get something in the mail from me? Sierra, did you? You didn't? Okay, don't tell her yet. Who didn't? Okay, don't tell her. Some people didn't get anything yet. All right, let me get into what we were just doing. We're going to talk a little bit about interviews because, again, we talked about, I'm going to have you guys stretch a little bit, but we'll talk about that in a minute. One of the things, well, here, this is what you do. We're going to talk about practicing them. This is going to be part of your homework because I will tell you, Tammy, like you said, like it seems easy. But what's part of your homework for these next 2 weeks is that to practice these interviews, and I don't care if you do them on the phone, if you do them right next, I don't care, Tammy, if you do it to Garrett, he's got to do it, and there's no making out during it, that you have to, you're going to practice to 5 people in the next 2 weeks. You're going to do an interview, and you're going to say to them, I need to practice this. This is part of my homework. And to sit down and actually do that. Because here's what this is what's going to happen. Whether you're going to have these sit-down interviews with people regularly, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of them. I'll tell you what I do them for. When I do them, it's a lot of times when I am recruiting them, and it may be on the spot right there. It's going to get you really good at asking questions and listening for the answers to see how this business will fit for them. That's what we need. So you are going to, whether you do it from there, or I would recommend taking these and going, we're going to find the link and print it and find it. You guys can print these out and cut them out so you've got the questions and the answers on both sides. I'll put that link on there. So you're going to practice. That's what we're going to do. But that's the only way you guys are going to get this. If I just did that for you and just send you and say, okay, go ahead and recruit people and do those interviews, you're not going to get it, Sierra. It's not going to make any sense to you. You're not going to have any idea, and it's just going to blow right over. So we've got to practice it, okay? So Vicki, tell Pete to get ready, because he's going to be doing practicing some interviews, okay? So I'll put the link for those interview cards, but that is going to be part of your homework in the next. And I believe you'll have the full 2 weeks to do that, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so here's the next thing. Let's talk about one of the things is I want to talk about when it comes to recruit. He loves when you practice. I hope just Pampered Chef stuff, Vicki. We don't want to hear what else he likes you to practice on him, okay? So we want to, see, she's frozen. Is she frozen for everybody? Yeah. Oh, now you can see her, because I can see that all I see is a straight-faced Vicki, and so I don't know how she's taking this. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. We're talking about recruiting. You guys I know she does look really mad. You guys have a list. Did everybody come up with their list of people so I can check you off that you do have lists? Everybody raise your hand if you came up with your list of people. Tell me if your list, Marcy, you have a list? Okay, good. So tell me is your list 5 people or more? Let's say 5 people or more. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, yeah, Krista? Yeah, okay, good. So everybody has 5 people or more. So that's really good. Here's what, and there's all different reasons that you have on there, and we can actually talk here's what I want to challenge you guys to do. And I'm going to tell you why I have a bold goal. I was going to share this to you. I have a bold goal for our organization that we will promote 8 directors by the end of this year. 8 new directors by the end of this year, okay? We have 1, 2, Shannon's a director, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people right here on the call, okay? We're missing 2 that are in this program. So, and we also have 2 that would like to re-promote. So the 8 of you are promoting. I mean, that's the big goal right there, and this is the bold goal. We know that what we need to do to promote is for you guys to promote is that we need to start recruiting. So the invitation is a big part of it. You guys have this list of people that you may even think to yourself, so-and-so, they automatically, they see me all the time. I know that if they wanted to do it, they would have come to me and already said something to me, and that's not always the case. So maybe one of those people on your list, you're thinking, I know they don't want to do this. They don't want to be a consultant because, I just know they have this, that, and the other. I don't even need to ask them. You need to just ask them. Again, if just for the case of making them feel really good about themselves, right? And so you could do this a number of ways. I'm going to give you guys some words to say. You can say to someone, let's say you've got somebody that loves to cook. Listen, Susie Q, I'm so excited right now. I'm in this really elite training program right now with Pampered Chef, which I'm just loving. And I thought about you because you love to cook. And I have never actually asked you before, but have you ever thought about being a Pampered Chef consultant yourself? Does that sound comfortable? What were some of the other reasons we said? Listen, Susie Q, I am in this elite, exclusive training program right now that I'm so excited about right now because I'm just loving my Pampered Chef business. And I thought of you because you hate to cook. And I'm having so much fun with these new recipes that I thought that I could even get you to try them out. Have you ever thought about being a consultant? I know this girl on our team that hates to cook, but actually by being a Pampered Chef consultant, she's a much better cook for it. Or it makes recipes easy. They make recipes easy and fast. What were some of the other reasons why we put people on that list of yours? Because maybe they need extra money. You have people, okay, Jenny, they've shown interest before. So here, shown interest before is a great one. Listen, Susie Q, I am in an elite training program right now with the Pampered Chef that I'm so excited about. And here's the thing. I was thinking about you because you've talked about Pampered Chef before. September 1st is a brand new season, brand new products, brand new recipes, and we're going into our biggest selling season of the year. This is the perfect time for somebody to start their business. And I thought about you. Can we talk some more? Are you interested in, and let's go ahead and start talking about you getting started with Pampered Chef right now. Okay. Same with the person that loves the products. Whoever had said that, I saw that. They love the products. They love the products. They want to get in on it right now. Why don't we earn some products for free, or discounted, or, be able to, because this is the time to do it. Okay. So these are going to be part of it too, that you're going to make and ask a question for all of these people as well. Because that's really where we need, where that's going to help for you guys. We have to start asking people. If we don't start asking people, it's good, but this is going to be good practice as well. You've got a list right there to start. I'm going to tell you, if you had a list of 10, that would be a lot better, because numbers are 1 in 10 that you ask will actually say yes. Did everybody hear that? 1 in 10, Sierra, will actually say yes. So you've got a very good list, but I don't think it's 10 people, is it? 8. Okay, so you need to add 2 more on, because I want to see, you can think of them, Sierra, it's all right. I don't care what your mother, have you asked your mother yet? You did ask your mom? No. You've asked her if she wants to be a consultant? And she said yes? No, that's a joke. Okay, so we met your mom on that fateful day that you got into the van. So what we'll do is but I want you to come up, I want you to stretch your list to 10, everybody, because then what I want you to do is I want you to write those 10 people, and I want you to, I want us to go through and ask each one of those, and then sort of make a check. I want you to find out what they actually say right next to it, but we're going to do a little bit of an experiment and come up with, and this is going to be your first part of your experiment, is these first 10 people to start asking them. Here's something that I want to give you as a very, to hopefully give you a lot of confidence about recruiting and about asking someone. So you're going to ask these people. If you've got somebody that's interested, you then have your interview questions, right? Somebody's interested. Yeah, I am sort of thinking about it, however, well, let's do this. Why don't we talk a little bit more about it? Then you go into your interview questions, right? That's how that works. Does everybody understand that? You got to ask, you do the inviting, and then we're going to go through and we're going to go through the interview to get to that asking. Here's one of the things I want to talk to you too before you even get to the interviewing, or at some point in that interviewing. A really valid question is to someone, if someone says, yeah, you know what, I am interested in doing this. Here's a great question to close some deals. Well, that's great, Susie Q. I am so excited. What do you need from me right now? More information on the business or more information on how to get started? That's another great question, because somebody might be like, oh no, I'm good, I just want to get started. You don't need to go through all of that, telling them all the different stuff about the business. So that's a question to write down. Do you need more information from me about the business or about how to get started? That's the question. Do you need more information about the business or more information about how to get started? Good, write it down, Vicki. Because you can alleviate a lot of information there, because they might be, you don't want to oh good, Krista, you don't want to talk them right out of it, because you can. I've done it before. I've talked people right out of this business opportunity because they didn't need all of that. We just needed to actually get to it. But so if they need some more information on the business, then start going into it, and you will actually get into the what do they want to get from it and that kind of stuff. That's all going to be part of the training. But here's something too. I hope that you guys have seen that every 2 weeks, one of the directors does a virtual online training for new consultants. So that happens every other week. Some of you have been a part of that, but that should give you a lot of confidence when it comes to going ahead and recruiting and, and getting the making sure that they're all trained and stuff. And then again, I jump right in, or your director jumps right in, and we start doing some strong start kind of training as well. So don't worry about that. I don't want that to be something that really, bogs you guys down either, to give you some good things. And it can be a good refresher for you and anybody on there. Here's what I want to sort of leave you guys with. We've talked a lot about interviewing. We've talked about the asking. So you've got your list. We're going to start with that 10. Everybody's still building their business and their calendars, right? I know some of you struggled a little bit and are struggling. The month is not over yet, but with the having your 4 or your 1,500 for the month of August. Remember, that's your goal for your homework. The month is not over. We were talking about, Krista, did you have your last chance first glance party today? How did that go? You guys just like to hear. She's going to type it. You just like to hear me talk.
No, I closed it last. I had it yesterday.
And how did it go?
I combined some other sales with it, but it was an $800 show.
Holy crap, Krista. Now, did you get some bookings?
I got one booking.
For September?
October.
Okay. Well, you got something, but how many people did you have there?
I had 5.
Good.
And then I had that one order that I told you about with the cookware.
Oh, that did come through then?
Yeah. So I added that onto it. So
good. Good for you. And I'm telling you, when did we talk, Krista? Wednesday?
Yes.
Krista and I had Tuesday. We had our call Tuesday. I told her about that idea. She pulled it through, and that came up on Saturday. So that actually had. Here's something, though, that I want to give you guys, too. As a team, on Thursday night, because we want to get through the end of the month and stuff, we're going to do a virtual, as an organization, that you can come in and invite people to, is a virtual new product reveal for customers. So one of us, I think between me and Christina C. Royce, we're going to sort of run it, but you will be invited, and you can invite any of your people, any of your customers, anything, to throw in here. However, you may think about the idea of why not, we have our team meeting, I know, tomorrow night, but why not Tuesday night doing a last chance first glance virtual party? Unless you're already working on Tuesday night, you could, it's not too late to throw one of those together, invite your whole, Facebook list of people and stuff, and give some incentives if they actually order that night. That there's still time to actually make some sales happen. And again, if it's not really for you live, why not to put together a virtual? You could do that. There is not an outline for that right now. We'd have to get creative and throw one together, because I have not seen one, unless somebody else has seen a last chance one. It'd just really be highlighting, oh good, Vicky's doing one for the Louisiana flood victims right now. But you could do it's really taking, Elaine, the pictures of the products that are being retired, the cranberry colors, all those kind of things. And I know there's pages on that, but you could, just sort of create some posts. I would do like an hour kind of thing, and have posts on those products. You could throw in some first class, and then maybe offer some prizes if they book a party in September. If they order that night, that maybe they would, get some extra prizes. And again, it could be anything, but we could talk some more about that. If anybody's interested, maybe even we could start a little thread so people could, sort of, if we see any pictures on that kind of stuff, that we could share that, to be able to put something together about that too. But looking forward to September, again, we've got our September goals, which are 6 shows, or is it 2,500 in sales? That's what your goal is. Is that your requirement for September? Don't have your eyes all bugging out, Shannon. What is it? Let me see it. Let me see. Requirements. 6 shows or $2,000 for September. That's what it is, not 2,500. So, and for October, so that's where we want to be for both of those. So I would definitely, make sure that if your September is not full, that you keep doing that. So here's what I want to leave you guys on, leave you with as well. That I want you to know that I had a director training meeting with a bunch of people, with the directors at a bunch of just people at Margaritas a couple weeks ago too, and we talked about this group. We talked about the OWL group and how excited I was. We talked about everybody that's on here, and I shared some goals and some of the exciting things that were already happened. And what I wanted you guys to know is everybody. I mean, we have Shannon as sort of our director mascot here, but we have from all of our directors that we have in our organization, that they are all really rooting for you guys. They're very excited to add you guys to our leadership team, and just sort of to bring everything to another level. But so I wanted you to know that too, and to pass that on, that they're really excited for you. They're supporting you, and they're really, they believe in you, and they really want to welcome you and get you up into our leadership in the director team as well. So let's talk about real quick the homework, and then we're going to go. Again, I would encourage you to do your own kind of show if we need to, but we're going to talk about, so this is what your homework's going to be. And some of this is going to be vague, but the answer will come out later. That you're going to post 3 positive affirmations by this Wednesday, 3 new ones, right? You're going to start then with this list of affirmations, and you're going to tell them to yourself, Sierra, every morning and every evening, right? Yeah, and say them out loud in the mirror. When you're standing there in your underwear, that's what I don't know he's going to do that. We're going to do, but yeah, that's how they work. I mean, you can just write down affirmations, but right, Deb, unless you say them or read them or sort of meditate on them twice a day, like that doesn't happen. You're not training your brain just by writing them. You got to tell them to yourself over and over again. You're also going to, if you do not have a roll of tickets, raffle tickets. Oh, good. Deb has hers right there. If you do not have, I'm going to post these. If you do not have a roll of tickets, raffle tickets, like that you can pull off, to purchase one of them by next Monday, and you're going to text a picture of them. Whether you have them or you're going to purchase them, you're going to take a picture of them and text them or Facebook message to me by next Monday. Sierra, what's the problem? You don't know what they are?
What is that for?
Huh? What is
that for?
Well, we're going to go over that after the fact. I'll let you know. That's going to be part of our homework, or we're our next call. We're going to talk about. But I want you to have the tickets before we do that. Okay, Marcy? Okay. Yes, Sierra, like the little, where can we get them? 500 for, can I get a small roll where I don't do live parties? Yeah, okay, there's those tickets right there. Yeah, I think you can get them at the Dollar Tree, Sierra. There's not they're not like expensive. You can get a little pack of them kind of thing. There's something that I'm gonna show you as well. And I think that even though you are doing mostly the Facebook parties, that I think that this is a good thing to get into, because here's something really fun that you can be doing at your Facebook parties. These activities that we're talking about, you could be doing live on your shows as well. I think that's a big thing to really get some, that where people are getting some really great response on their Facebook and virtual parties is doing live. Going live on the Facebook. But there's a video by Tanya Brzezowski. She's at least an executive. She might be a senior. But she does something, we've trained on it before, but I think it's a great review, and it's going to be new for some of you. But it's creating these envelopes with some information in them to use at your parties. I'm going to give you that video link, and to watch that, and then you're going to sort of put your own envelopes together. I'm going to have you send me a message of that. We're going to talk about creating your story. And some of you may have already done that, but I'm going to give you the form, and you're going to have to go through that kind of a thing as well. Again, this is all talking about, this stuff that we're talking about right here is all about the informing part. Okay? So your homework is the informing part, other than the recruiting interview that you're going to do. Those 5 practice recruiting interviews, you have until our next call to do those. So again, keep track of everything that happens in each one of them, who you actually interviewed and stuff, but you'll have 2 weeks to actually do those too. And we will also schedule another coaching call between this week and next week to sort of just see where everybody is a little bit as well. So we're at 9:02. Time is up. What do you think? Anybody have any questions, concerns, comments, thoughts? Good? Are you guys excited? This week you're going to stretch a little bit more. Everybody ready for that? No, Tammy? Yes, I'm going to list your assignments, Vicki. Don't you worry. Bring it on, Deb Fournier says. Oh, here comes Garrett. Oh, and the little dog. What is that, a Chihuahua? I want that little Chihuahua.
It's Buddy.
Hi, Buddy.
He's a pest.
Buddy.
He's a little mini.
Wait, let me show you what I have here. I have my little visitor this week.
Aww.
This is Crazy Girl. I borrowed dogs. Say hi, Gracie.
Aww.
Your breast smells like a fish. So she plays good with everybody else. She might like Jasper, Krista. Oh, she is. She's such a good girl. All right. Sierra, don't roll your eyes at me. No, I don't. All right, I will do. You guys are awesome. Again, I am just so excited about everything, and just the fact that we've had the majority of everyone has really been able to keep up with the homework, and I know that some of you were just on the last, but I'm excited. I'm excited to be doing all of this with you guys as well. So I am always here too. If you're struggling, let me know. If one of these assignments is totally freaking you out, let me know, because we can definitely talk about it. You are getting photobombed, Tammy. There's a very handsome young man in the background with a little hat.
That's my son, Brent.
Hi, Brent. He's just hanging out watching us.
Yes, he is.
He's freaked
Check
out.
him out. So making sure I'm not getting into something.
Yes. All right, Vicki. Yes, we will keep you. You do what you can, honey. We're pulling for you. We'll do double for you, okay? All right, guys. Well, I love you all. You guys are doing great. If you haven't gotten your present yet, just keep looking for it. But I did those specifically for each one of you as well, because I picked a special one for each one of you. So, so keep an eye out for that. But again, I'm really excited, and we will keep. We're going to keep in touch. This week, I'm going to schedule some more calls, and let's just keep moving. Deb, I'm going to write you a message too. I was just thinking about something I was just doing this too, so I'll do that. And then Shannon, tomorrow you and I are talking. Okay, 8:30. All right, girls, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, meeting tomorrow night. If you can make it, we'd love to see you. We're going to hope to go live. We're in a different floor. We're going to be on the second floor in that classroom again. So I know. Don't put your tongue in, Krista. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good meeting, and so we'll hopefully be able to go live. So Marcy, and Tammy, and Elaine, since you guys are far away, you can try to check in. Hopefully it'll be better than it's been. It's just such sucky reception there. So, but I love you guys. Let's keep this up. Let's make this happen. Bold goal. We need 8 to promote by the end of the year. That's what I'm committed to make happen. So. Okay.
Woohoo.
Bye.
Have a nice evening.
Good night.